Hi guys, my name is Kuba. Maybe you already know me. I am chief designer of game World of Airports. I am sitting in my 10 years old cockpit. On my right seat is Indra. He is main developer of this game, and we are here to share with you some exciting news for today. We will share some information about update and what's going on, and we ask for support from our streamer. Jeremy, are you online?
Hey, Kuba, this is Jeremy from Fat Airlines. It's nice to be here with everybody. I know I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have with your Boeing 737 simulator right here, and also learning a little bit more about World of Airports 2.0. I'm super excited. I want everybody here in the chat. I see all of you. You got New York GeoTuber. We got Kamikaze here, Polis. Nice to see you all. Thanks for being here. And guys, let us know in the chat if you have any questions about World of Airports 2.0 or any questions about this Boeing 737 setup that Kuba has here. I'm really excited to see what we have.
Okay, maybe just I will a little bit introduce what we have here. It's simulator of Boeing 737. It's 10 years old. It's project with my brother. We develop it together, and it's a little bit sleepy project because I focus on other projects like mobile game development and so on. But before 1 year, we completely refreshed this project. We made some new exciting changes here. Mainly is that we are running on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It means that we have amazing graphics, maybe a little similar like in our game. Maybe we are a little bit better in game, but they are working on it very hardly. As I have information from Microsoft, and they will maybe reach us in 1 or 2 years. Regarding this stream, what we will do, we will fly it from Innsbruck to Prague. I will try to make it some kind of real, and we will talk or chat together with Jeremy, with you guys, and we can share information about update, mainly what we do, what's our plans, and so on. But right now, maybe I will take words to Jeremy, and I will start with procedures for startup approvals and so on, because we need to start and we can talk. Right now it's we are consuming fuel, and it's very, very, very expensive here in Innsbruck.
Yep. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know, we're going to see a lot about Innsbruck. We're going to learn about World of Airports, the update, and it's going to be pretty cool to watch. I know a lot of people are saying hello from their different countries. We got people here from all over the world, which is exciting. Guys, if you let us know in the chat where you're from, that way we know exactly where you guys are coming from. I know right now Cuba is doing the startup process on the 737 for pushback. So we're going to take a look here. I know in World of Airports, we also have to approve the planes for pushback. Not only do you have to handle planes, but you also have to approve the planes for pushback. I don't know if you guys saw it in the beta stream, but it's a pretty cool feature. They have so many cool animations. I think we're going to see something similar here in this stream about the pushback and how that all works.
Yeah, just like maybe I can comment it, because what we are doing in World of Airports, that we are trying to be as real as possible. This is maybe my a little bit obsessed, but now you can see that the simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is really real stuff. And we will follow in World of Airports. We will follow the reality, same as other simulators. It's a little bit strange because on mobiles it's everything very small and graphic is not so good. But we are trying to improve everything what is possible. And the update 2.0 is completely revamped. Means aprons, means all handling stuff like trucks, people, everything. I think that we can show you later, but maybe in near future you can see it in real. But right now we start engine left. We are waiting for startup. Right now engine left is started. We will now continue with right engine. We will start it right now. I will start with preparation for flight. I will input some data inside the computer. We are flying from Innsbruck. We are flying to Prague. Its call name Lima Kilo Papa Romeo. We will start when we have startup clearance from 26 runway. Okay, what's more? maybe now I can switch to Jeremy right now because I need to focus a little bit on checklist and so on. But then we can continue with talking
All right.
about game.
Yep. So I know, like we got some people here in the chat excited for the update coming up. I know people are Antigua, Germany, Scotland, Russia, Slovakia, Poland, Czech. So it's really cool to see all you guys here. I know it's 3 p.m. over in the U.S. in the East Coast U.S. I know it's 8 p.m. for you guys, right? In Czech. So I know, while they're doing this pushback process, let's talk about World of Airports, the update. I know somebody asked during the preview, the countdown, what's my favorite part about the update, and it's kind of hard to tell you guys what's my favorite part. There's so many cool things with the update. We have contracts, we have we have our own fleet planes, we have the new airport. I haven't played the new airport yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing St. Martin Airport. How are you guys excited about the St. Martin Airport? Let us know in the chat. And so contracts is really cool feature. I'm excited for the developers to show you some things about contracts. I'm excited about the new animations. The new animations are awesome, guys. Like it's really cool to see all the little details that really kind of make the game a lot better to watch, in my opinion. And then also it's the whole revamp of the handling system is amazing as well. They revamped the handling system, so it's less of a clicker game. I know anytime I had a full airport in the past, I would have to essentially keep on clicking and switching between all my airplanes. But now with the addition of the ramp agent lets us handles the plane for you, so you can really enjoy the airport, the operations of the airport, and just see the planes that are coming in and out. Now you do have to make sure you're telling the planes to take off. You do have to make sure you're telling the planes that they're clear for landing. You have to tell the planes to line up. So there's a little bit different game flow, I would say, when you're playing the new update. But it's a really cool thing. I'm enjoying it. But I would say my favorite feature is the contracts. Contracts really add some longevity to the game, and it's a lot of fun. But what other questions you guys have in the chat? Is the update coming today? I bet we're going to see a bunch of that today. Gustav says, I love that they're going for realism. That's another good point, Gustav. I know with the landing and the takeoff, a lot of the planes are all based on their real life, how they handle in real life. So it's really cool to see. It's a lot of cool little features in there that I'm sure you guys are going to be excited about.
Okay, what's the status in the cockpit? Right now we are ready we are ready for pushback. We start both engines, we set up everything for flight. Now we are ready to ask tower for pushback. In Rami you ask tower for pushback. Okay, straight pushback. We will wait for the pushback tow truck. I think he's staying in front of us. Okay, what we will do, we will start from runway 26 to 6. I think it's very popular for each player which is playing our game. It's mainly used runway in Innsbruck, and we will show you how it looks if you play game, how it looks from cockpit. Right now we still waiting for pushback. May I ask again, Indra? Okay, looks like that some player didn't push. Great. We are on track right now. We are starting pushback. We will follow straight pushback and then nose left. Okay, you can nose left right now. Start. Okay. You see Flughafen Innsbruck, its original name, of course, in German.
And the cool thing is, too, you could also get this kind of point of view, a similar point of view in the game when you're pushing back in World of Airports 2.0. You can see the ground vehicles doing their thing. You can see, the handling crew doing their thing as well. And it's really cool with the extra animations. Now, Kuba, did you guys get like your inspiration from Microsoft Flight
Uh,
Simulator, or where
yeah,
did you get your inspiration
it's
from for that?
it's combination from real life, because of course we completely love aviation and everything around it, and of course we are all, as I said, this simulator is 10 years old, and I completely built up from scratch with my brother, and we get many skills regarding all aviation stuff, and that's why I'm trying to putting these skills inside the game and show the community, or I think that many people knows how it works on the airport, how it works in the airplane, and I try to connect, real life experience with our game. On beginning we have ambition to make it on the computer, but mobile games it's right now much more comfortable for people because they are taking or their mobile devices together and they can play anywhere, and we still don't have technology to put it on the computer. Immediately when Google elevate, we will make port to PC, but right now it's impossible.
That's great news. Well, I know. Well, not that it's impossible, but I'm glad that you're acknowledging because a lot of people want to see World of Airports on the computer. So it's good that you guys know that the community really wants to see that. It's good that you explained that right now it's not possible, but I'm sure you guys will keep it in mind.
Okay,
Now I know there's a few questions here in the chat.
that's
Cat
fine.
Cat Gaming asks, like, will our current owned colors? Will we keep our
Okay,
currently owned
continue.
colors, or will we have to buy them again? Cat, I'm sure we're gonna be able to keep your currently owned colors. Neurobim Mapping asks, like, will you add charter flights? I think that's something that you guys have you want to do in the future. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Regarding colors, of course, what they have, we will keep it. There is no change. Just what they need to do is that they need to make colors and liveries again for each airplane. This is something what we are not able to transfer from previous version because it's from technical point of view, and from data point of view, very strange. And we decided to make it like this.
Okay. Yep. And Ben asked when's the PC version, so we got that answered. All right. It looks like right now we're taxiing to the runway.
Yeah, what we are, yes, we are after pushback, and now we taxi to runway. We will wait for takeoff clearance. If we get it, we can continue to runway. There is backtrack. We need to go to begin on beginning of the runway. This is what something new in the game right now because small planes can start in Innsbruck immediately from after they reach runway from this taxiway. They can go left and they start, but bigger airplanes they need to use WoA runway, and we are big airplane. We are Boeing 737. We need to go to on the beginning and start from zero. And I think this is very interesting thing what we do in the game, that each airplane has own parameters for takeoff. It means that each airplane takeoff distance is different. I think this is what I said, something new, and it's much more real than in version 1.
Yep, and it's a good point. When you're in World of Airports, you're gonna have to tell planes when to take off, when they can line up on the runway. And I want to give you all a tip right now. For when you're playing Innsbruck and World of Airports, one thing you definitely want to do, especially with these like large with the larger size planes, which are medium, you're gonna want to make sure that you're paying attention when planes land, because when the planes land, that's when you can tell after they pass this little taxiway. That's when you can approve a next plane to line up. So especially with the medium planes like this 737 that we're in right now, it'll save you a whole lot of time and it'll help you get a nice big full airport.
And now you can see the landscape in Innsbruck, and this is what we changed to. We switch from previous, we use some third-party plugin for environments, and we switch from this plugin and we develop our own, which is much more real and make the landscapes much more real and nicer. I think that, Jamie, you can confirm it because you already play beta version and you can see the landscapes around the airport, that it's completely redeveloped and it's like, photorealistic.
I know. Yeah, I agree. It looks amazing. Innsbruck Airport. Not only can you do like can you see the 3D landscape, but you got like 3 or 4 different camera angles where you can really take nice, beautiful photos. World of Airports still has the turn off the UI feature as well, so you can turn off the UI and you can kind of get better pictures of the planes. And not only that, but there's also a button in there that lets you turn off the outline for the plane that you're watching, which is also really, really cool for beautiful screenshots, especially at an airport like Innsbruck with these beautiful mountains in the background.
Okay, now we are on backtrack. Now we make 360 turn back to runway 26, and we will be ready for takeoff. And when we get clearance, I can start preparation for takeoff. I will just make, checklist, because in this critical stage it's necessary to check that aero systems are set up correctly.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
And one of the cool things is with World of Airports is that the same thing. The planes are gonna go ahead and take off on their own. And how do I put this? One of the questions that somebody had in the chat is the landing gear fixed? So we were definitely expecting that question, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But one of the cool things is, well, because Cuba's currently they're getting their checklist done, but it's really cool because you can really follow. You got that camera on the plane itself, so you can see from like the pilot's point of view, not in the cockpit yet, but you can see from the front of the plane, you can see from the tail of the plane, and you can also see from the passenger seats from the plane. I know that's a feature that existed in the past, but with these new 3D landscapes, it's really, really, really nice for pictures. And then all right. And another cool thing that World of Airports with the 2.0 has is, while this plane is taking off, World of Airports in the past, it would lose the plane as soon as the plane took lifted from the ground. We would lose the focus of the plane. We wouldn't be able to see it. And that's something that's brand new on 2.0. Is that the plane, you're able to follow the plane even after takeoff, and that's really, really cool. It's a nice little feature, and it really helps me to understand the takeoff of a plane. You could see how different planes take off at different lengths of the runway, and it almost looks like different planes also take off at different speeds. I'm no aviation expert, but I'm sure Kuba will let us know as soon as he can.
Yeah, sure. Just now I need to check all systems to be sure that I'm ready. And regarding,
right.
gear, of course, this is something what is strange for us too, that you can look on takeoffs and you still see the landing gear down. But as I told many times, we need to redevelop all models first, and then we can start, putting retracting gear levers, and it takes some time. But I'm sure that after we have free hands after update, we will focus. This is one of main tasks which we will do after update to 0.
All right. Well, thanks for that. I know that is something a lot of people were looking forward to, but it is something that you guys are working on, so that's really exciting. And when the feature does come out, the camera is going to be following the plane. So a lot of us will be looking forward to seeing that. I know. Let's see here. Now, let me. Now, somebody asked in the chat, what airline are you flying, and are there passengers in the plane? I know right now we're watching Cuba's Boeing 737 simulator that they have created. Him and his brother created this 10 years ago. It's a really, really cool simulator. They pretty much simulate the entire 737 plane. As far as which airline, I'm not sure. And are there passengers in the plane? That's another good question.
How many passengers we have? It's question, or?
Yeah.
I don't have
Yes, that's the question.
exact
Yep.
number, but I know that our current weight of airplanes, zero fuel weight, is like 50 tons. Tons means it's like two or half airplane with passengers. Okay, but right now I really need to take off. I just need to check all systems. I'm still not sure that everything works.
Now, Beetle asked, and I'm gonna address this. Beetle said, in the betas, we've seen that there are new prices for liveries, which seem a bit much. 1,600 silver planes for a basic on a 744. Will this be permanent? Will our silver planes still be worth it? Now, I know Beetle during my beta stream, I did mention that a lot of those prices are not final. I'm not sure what the final prices are, but I know we'll take a look as soon as it comes out. And I've heard that the developers are always listening to the community. So if they see there's some kind of a disparity, I'm sure they'll take a look. But yeah, I know in the beta that was all placeholder information. I tried to make it clear, so it was all mostly about the gameplay, not really about the numbers that you saw.
Okay, I think that we are ready for takeoff. Hope that everything works well. Now we have clearance, we are ready. That Indra will help me right now with start. Okay, and we go ahead.
Shenfield Place asks, with 2.0, will there be a longer approach path for incoming aircraft because it's way too quick in 1.0?
It's longer,
So I know
and
with that,
approaches are much longer than before.
Yep. Kelvin asked, will we have to manage fuel loads to plane when we're fueling? I have not noticed that at all while playing.
Rotate. Okay, positive rate, gear up. Gear up. Okay. Gear off.
And guys, in World of Airports 2.0, we get to follow the planes pretty far after they take off from the airport. So you get to you really kind of see the planes go into the sky and see these nice, beautiful 3D environments.
Last one.
Just now we hear the warning because we are flying backtrack. We are flying back on different way than is usual in game because all planes are going straight from airport and get height or attitude. Sorry, get attitude, and now we are going back. It's a little bit unusual, but I think that we will do it. And this is something what what pilots didn't like. These messages like pull up, terrain ahead, and it's it's something what this is not good good news. Okay, we can continue.
Now, I have a question for you guys, and this is coming from the chat. If there's so much different in 2.0, why didn't you create a new game?
Because I think that version 1 was still some kind of school project for us, and we feel that we need completely, improve the code what we made, and it will be much more easier for us to make game 2. But we feel, some kind of responsibility to the community that, so many players already play and purchase so many things and so on, that we will continue in development, which take us much more time than we expect, of course, but we still, focusing on improving the original game and not to do the second one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's exciting. I'm glad you guys kept with the 2.0 and instead of a new game as well. Now, more and more people asking about the update. I know y'all are excited about the update. We're gonna get some news about that. But what we do know right now is that it's waiting for approval in the App Store. So we're waiting for it. And right now, if you guys have any other questions about World of Airports 2.0, let us know. Will the update be this month? I think so. I know in the developer blog that Kuba shared, that dev blog said it's going to come in the next few days, and that was on Friday. So it should definitely be coming out very soon. And then somebody also asked about Silver Plains. What's the function for Silver Plains and the new update? And I could say, there's a lot of different functions. You can buy contracts with Silver Plains. You can, buy some liveries with Silver Plains. And you can also, get some more handling crew and I think some contracts as well, contract capacity with Silver Plains. So there's quite a few things that you can do with Silver Plains. And Silver Plains are very easy, not very easy, I wouldn't say, but with contracts, you get Silver Plains a lot more frequently than you did in the past. So thank you for that question.
Okay, guys, now we are reaching 11,000 feet. We are continuing to 15,000, then we will continue to 30,000, which will be our flight level to Prague. And now we completely switched to autopilot. It means that we have free hands, to talk about the game more. Maybe we can share some screens from game if Jeremy asks for something, and we can now communicate much more, because now there is no work for pilots right now, and we can tell passengers they can go to toilets or somewhere where they will. Okay. So expected landing in Prague right now is, if I look in the computer, we are like something like 25 minutes from Prague right now. It means that we have 20 minutes for talking and discussing.
All right. Now, one of the questions that I know a lot of people want to know about is about what are your future plans for World of Airports? Like, what are some of the next airports or aircraft that you want to include in the game?
Yeah, regarding airports, sure that we World of Airports means that we will add as much as airport we can, and I can maybe say that the nearest one will be maybe some airport in India. It's quite new information, behind scenes. But now we are working on India airport, and then we will continue maybe to Australia, and we will then go around the globe again. United States, some Europe, maybe some Africa. But now we need to connect. Whole globe, Earth, with airports, to be able to send airplanes from each airport to any in the world. And regarding gameplay, of course, we have so much, ideas, and what we will do, like following airplanes, improvement, emergency situation. We will not. I can tell that we will never put inside the game some crashes or something like some unusual and bad things. But what we will do is we will do some unusual handling situation, like emergency or some oil leaks and something like which will destroy routine handlings. This is what we will do. This is for sure one of our target. What we will do is that we will put much more mini games to put much fun inside the game, and many things like following airplane in 3D world and so on.
All right, awesome. And then a lot of people are excited in the chat, and that just brought up a bunch of other questions, about what other airports, and people want to see like a new Italian airport is what Shibi said. So it's pretty exciting. I know people want to see more and more airports, which is really cool. Now, people are wondering which new planes are coming in the 2.0 update. So.
What we will do is that we will completely redevelop the old one. Means now for sure will be first A320, means Airbus 320 and all variants, and then we will remake Dreamliner 8 for 350. Yeah, at first we need to redevelop the old ones to make them nice and working. Then we will put to all airplanes retractable landing gears, and then we will add, of course, some new. Maybe you already know about my plan that I will put some retro airplanes like Tupolevs and Caravels and so on. But this is a little bit different project, which is has still have some time.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be really exciting. A lot of people want to know about the A320 as well, so that's really cool. Now, some people are also worried that this new update is going to overheat their phone, or their device might not be able to handle that. The new update. I'll hand it over to you in just a moment, but I could tell you guys that at least for my battery life on my iPad, I was playing for a couple of hours yesterday. I just had the game on, and I barely lost any battery. So I'm really impressed with the battery life that this game is optimized for. Now, as far as your device, like lower end devices, and how that's going to function, can you let us know?
Yeah, I think that this is maybe main reason why we have. I cannot say it delay, because I understand that people or players feel that we are delayed, but main reason is that we completely redevelop many things in the game, like UI, like maybe everything. Maybe Indra can talk much more about what we did new. I will switch to him because he is main developer and he is in charge in this case, because I am just talking about how it will work, but Indra need to do it.
So hi everyone, I'm glad you're all here. So basically you really don't need to worry about your battery life or some kind of performance issues, because we've totally rewritten everything, so it runs much smoother, the battery life gets longer, and it's just a better experience.
All right. Yeah, and I could tell you from my experience as well that it does seem like a much better experience, and just the fact that my battery has been able to stay alive for such a long time is also really, really good. Now, let me see here. Oh, I have a question that I think a lot of people are also interested in. But what happened to Kitek? Is that the dev said it was bland? I gotta say, Kuba, go ahead and answer it.
Yeah, this is what I talked before 5 minutes. That it's my personal project, and it still has some time, because we have so many things to do before. But yes, Kitek for sure will be some kind of some kind of diamond between the airports in World of Airport, and we will do it for sure. It's must to have it in World of Airports, because it's the one of the nicest airport with nicest approach, and it's good space for retro airplanes.
All right. Now, Kuba, there's a question about your simulator as well. How many hours did that take you to make, and how costly was that? Some people are really impressed.
Yeah. I can say that it take, as I said, it's mostly work of my brother, and he worked on it 1 year. For 1 year, he live here inside this building and build up this simulator. This is version 2. It's like our update, because we have a little bit older one, and there was some problem with system compatibility with new Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's why we decided for a small refresh, and now it's completely working. There is 100% of systems are working like in real Boeing, and yes, 1 year, and now it takes like 3 months for a refresh.
All right. Now, as far as like future updates, how often can we be expecting future updates? It's a question it's a touchy question, right? Because you don't want to promise something that you can't deliver on. But just let us know. What do you think? How soon will we get the next update? Yeah.
Our expectation. I mean, new content, and some updates is like 1 to 2 months. Each 2 months we can make new update with new content, and hopefully with a new airport or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, it completely shorten.
Basically, we want to make an update every quarter.
Okay, that's exciting.
With
yeah.
airport.
Oh, with airport.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to be really cool to see. I know a lot of people have different requests on airports. So is there like a way that people can really like let you know what airports or what aircraft they want to see? Is there like a special place that they can go?
For sure, we have feedback portal. It's part of our website. We didn't focus on it for last year because as I said, we have so many tasks which we need to do, in background, and there is no influence the players, or they cannot decide it because it was decided by us. But right now, yes, we will focus back to community, and we will talk with them much more about new content and new focus. And now we will, of course, after update 2.0, we will, focus on feedback from community, and of course we will modulate the game based on the feedback. As usual, I think that this is our biggest project. We are communicating with the community and trying to, improve our game in the way which players like to do.
All right. Now, some people also want to know about like in-game events and also the airport levels. In your developer blog, you mentioned that the airport levels are going to be reset in 2.0, and people are wondering two things. Are those levels going to be reset again in the future? And then also, what kind of in-game events will you be having?
Yeah, this is a little bit different things. We have a level system which will be fixed. It means it will be no change. What can happen is that we will add some new levels. If you reach the maximum, it can happen that in next month you get some new levels on the end to continue playing. And second system is event system, and event system will follow our marketing strategies on social medias, that we will announce some kind of events like Lufthansa event or something like that, and it will focus on social, and together will be inside the game. It means that each day will be some event inside the game, like Lufthansa anniversary or Concorde landing in Prague or something like that. You can see it on our socials, but now you can see it in game too.
All right. Yep. And some people are asking me questions here too. So, Fat, how did you get 2.0? I'm actually, Kuba reached out to me. It's a beta test and do a stream. So, if you guys want to take a look at, some previews of 2.0, I do have a stream on the Fat Airlines channel. I know some people are also asking about why do you not have 3D scenery at your airports right now. I know that is because of some issues with the server, but don't worry about that error message. All you got to do is hit OK, and then you'll be able to continue playing as normal.
Yes.
It's just a change that's going to happen with the new 3D scenery that we're going to get that's so beautiful in World of Airports 2.0. Now, Kuba, do you have any future plans for like maintenance and player-owned facilities and the ability for player to like handle or maintain their own aircraft?
Yeah. We have what we will do is that we can extend the possibility to customize the airplanes, to put logos, to put airline names and so on. But it takes some time. But this is what we will do. I think that players will have maybe 5-6 months to learn a new system, to learn maintenance, to learn, because right now everything is connected. Economy of airplane is connected with layout seats, with distances, with fuel consumption and everything. Now we take some space for players. They can learn how to play it, and after that they will get new stuff like airplane customization and logo customization. And what we will improve in future is that this is what we are talking about maybe 1 year, that we will put alliances, that player can make alliances and play together, or they can split some works inside their alliance.
All right, that's awesome. That's exciting too. I know. Let me see here. Sorry, I apologize about that was thunder that you probably heard in the background, guys. It's apparently the storm came from nowhere. All right. Now, should be asked, are fleets any easier on the new version of the game? I really haven't played too much with the fleet. I've been playing with the contracts with the regular arrivals. So I'm sure a lot of those things. I'm waiting to really try out with the rest of the community, because there is a demand. There is different a whole lot of different destinations for your planes to go to, let alone the other player to player connections. So that's really cool. Now for Kuba, How do you intend on including any other like social aspects within the game? You know, a lot of players really love the connection to connection part of the game where people can see, you know, other players' airplanes. Are there any intentions to really expand that or to include or to do more things with the player to player interactions?
Yeah. Right now, we already extend this possibility because until in version 1.0 there was the possibility only make peer-to-peer, one-to-one. Right now, you can make connection from one airport to the second airport, but with 10 different players. There is no, you know, limitation. There is only one limitation: the number of contract slots on the destination airport, which is some kind of limitation to prevent, you know, 3,000 airplanes on the road to different player. But this is this is something what we will do, and what we will improve is that we will extend this, as I said, alliances and, you know, customization to make your airplane nicer for other players. Yeah, this is, and maybe is one of the main purpose for this update, that we need to put back the random arrivals. If you remember, it was part of the version 1, then we need to remove it because our technology didn't allow it, because too many players ask, and, you know, our service didn't work. That's why we completely developed the system for random contracts, and now you can have completely different players from around the world without any knowledge, and you can get them on your airport. I think this will be very cool for players, that they can make pictures of many specific airplanes in specific liveries and colors, and I expect it will be very cool feature for social media and for everybody in the game.
All right. Yeah. Now, I know there's a couple questions that I can answer here. So Aditya Patel said, for next updates, can you make planes stay longer so the airport's more full? Yeah, you can actually. So you got to make sure that the plane finishes the handling when it's time for, you know, when you're done finish handling the plane. But once you hit that button, then there's another option for pushback. So you can push back once it's clear for your plane to push back, or once you're ready for all the planes to push back, so you can have a full airport. So definitely possible now with the World of Airports 2.0. Nero Bim, I've seen this question a couple times actually. Is he asked, you know, in my video, I did a plane profitability video, Kuba, where I looked to see what is the profit for each of my planes, and we found that most of my L and X planes ended up being unprofitable. Are you going to be doing any kind of balancing with that?
Yeah, but I think it's much more than now depending on players which route and which airplane choose for it. It means that now we need to focus. I think it's not so hard. You need just find a mechanism, but yeah, you cannot use, for example, big airplanes for short distances because it doesn't work. It's easy, and you need to you need to follow real world. Of course, we already adjusted a little bit to make it easier to find it, but I think it's kind of it's part of gameplay to set up correctly airplane for exact route. If you have, for example, if you have some business airport like Brussels or something like that, it's much more, you know, profitable that you set up your airplane with business class and send it to there, because you get maybe 30% more than from usual flight to Brussels.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, my planes, I sent a lot of my planes to connection partners, which probably aren't actually like the best route, especially since some of these were like, you know, 15 hours away, 4,000 nautical miles. So there probably could be a little bit more optimization I could do on my end. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to when 2.0 comes out, you know, with all these little contracts and destinations. We're going to want to find out which are the best contracts for giving you silver planes, which are the best contracts for giving you wallers, you know, which are the best contracts to giving you experience points for leveling up your airport. So that way you know which connection to do. Now, go ahead.
I just said.
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Oh yes. Now, I have there's a question here about Airport Prague. We noticed Airport Prague got an update on Friday, right? So is that game going to get a lot more? Is it going to get more updates?
I think in future it's part of our, you know, future strategy project, that we will make a little bit different game. That this one is a really school one. we teach everything, or learn not teach. We learn everything on this game, and we have some plan in future that we will add some new levels or eras and make it a little bit different game. But right now we will come back because our team is very we are few, and we need to focus only on one project together because right now we will focus on World of Airports, and in the future we will decide which project we will prioritize, if Airport Prague or different aviation one, which we already have in our heads, but still is really secret right now.
Right. Now another question here, which we want to know, people want to know, is how big is the update?
I think it's really similar like the original, like the version 1. It's just few megabytes difference.
Few hundred megabytes.
Few hundred megabytes.
Not too much.
There's new airport. It's a very nice airport, a very detailed airport, and it takes some data. In future, we plan to split the installation to each airport. That if you didn't play it, you didn't have it on your mobile device, but same. It takes some time to develop it.
We'll try to optimize it over time.
Okay, awesome. Now, Kelvin Baggett is asking, will airports now have demands like standard, business, and first class? Yes, they will. You'll see if you go into the world of airports, the map of the destinations, you'll be able to see what kind of demand each of those airports have.
Maybe I can show
Even
it inside the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
But,
that'd be awesome.
But I am not sure that I have some airplane in fleet.
Oh.
Okay, I will buy one. Asi koupím. Okay, I will.
While you're doing that, Scary's asking, with having to tell planes to land, take off, push back, sounds heavy on micromanagement. Is it manageable or just annoying? I would say, Scary, it is definitely very manageable. With the 2D map that we have of the airport, it helps a whole lot because you can clearly see which planes need to be handled, which ones need attention. Now, also with the ramp agent really helps with managing, just all the little pieces of handling the plane. So the ramp agent will start the bus or the loading of the passengers and unloading the baggage, and it really helps it so it's not so much micromanagement. But you can make it micromanagement if you don't use the ramp agent. Remember, the ramp agent does cost money for you to use, and it also does take up one more additional handling crew slot. So it's a little bit of strategy you might have to use in the beginning, where you might not want to use the ramp agent because you don't have enough handling crew. But as you level up, you'll get more contracts, you'll get more handling crew, and it really is very manageable, I would tell you. As a matter of fact, World of Airports, the current version y'all have, it's hard for me to step away from the game. Let's say, I've seen on Discord and other places, people say that you fell asleep while playing World of Airports, and not because the game is boring, but because you're playing so late at night, right? So you're playing World of Airports, you fall asleep, and now all of a sudden you're penalized, right? All your planes are red. But if that happens with this new update, you're not really penalized. It's all being handled, it's all being managed, and it's very good experience, I would say, for me at least. Yeah, right now we're seeing a plane. We saw a plane land here, and I know Kuba's going to show us some the radar in 2.0.
Okay, guys. Now I just purchased Embraer 190. It's really good airplane right now in version 2. I think that one of the best for short distances or medium distances, because balance between economy, distance and everything. It's one of the best. It's my recommendation for everybody. Now we are going.
Yeah, I like that plane too.
Now we can see the details. The pilots are sitting there. They are making some, pilot stuff like, set up overhead panel and everything. Okay, it will take some time. Just you see the guys are going to make chocks on, it's main procedure on each airport that from chocks on start the handling time. That's why we put this new guys inside the game, because it's much more real that they put cones on the edges of the airplane. They put chocks, and now handling may start. This is the new guy. This is the most important one. Okay. Now I will show you the assigned contract. It means that I am now playing in Innsbruck. Now I can see the available destinations based on the range of this airplane, and I can, for example, select Belgium, and I can see the demand on Brussels is 138 usual passengers, mean economy, and 33 for business, and 9 for first class. This best option for me is right now to set up the airplane in this way, which is better to do it in advance in hangar, but I can do it. I think that I can do it right now too.
Yeah, so it's really cool because I know before range didn't really matter, so now range matters, and
Yeah,
you'll see in the map
completely.
exactly where your planes can go.
I can select this destination as a reference in hangar. It means that I can see in hangar exactly what's the demand for destination, and now I can set up. You see, I think that I cannot fulfill this demand because I have too small. For this destination, will be better to have Airbus 320 or 737 Boeing, but I can use this one. Purchase and apply. Go back. Now I'll assign contract. Fly to Brussels. Yes, and I think this is the correct setup. It's not only I just maybe show. It's not only about the range. It's about the runway length. Same. If you have too big airplane and too short runway, you see and it depend on this too.
Yep.
But okay,
there's like a filter button that you'll see in the map that lets you kind of show all the airports that you're not eligible for, and it'll tell you as well in the screen why you're not eligible. So
yes.
It takes a little bit of figuring out, but it's definitely something we're all going to be playing around with.
And I think this is something would need to anybody check and learn and set up by himself, because as I said, there are too many parameters together which make impact on the economy, and I think this will be now target for a community to develop new Excel sheets with with revenue details. But I think that it will take some time because it's completely new, and it's made by our member Honza Hayek, which is from aviation world, and he made it from reality, and he recalculate all economics inside the game, and I think right now it's really real. if I can do it like that.
I remember seeing your Instagram post with all that math on the board. Is that what that was all about?
Yeah, just math, yeah.
Yep. And people are wondering, is the demand going to be is that going to change over time, or is that like a daily thing? Like how does that demand function work?
It's depend on each airport. Means on playable airport, it's completely different demand from Innsbruck to Brussels than if you are playing Prague and Brussels, or if you are playing Washington to Brussels. It's everything is changing based on airport.
But it doesn't change with time. Right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And what is changing? This is maybe this is too important information that we have new parameter called satisfaction. You can see you can see it here. Everybody see on each card is visible, and satisfaction has impact on the load of airplane. It means that if you have satisfied the people and airline, you get full airplanes. If you are not if they are not satisfied, you can be only from half full, and it has very big impact on economy too. It means that you need to keep the airlines and passengers satisfied with these lines or roads, and if they are satisfied, they give you much more money than from usual. That's why maybe it's this parameter inside the contract that it's only if I show you, there is profit per round trip. It's 152 plus. It means this is some kind of minimal, but then it depends on you how you handle this road on this airplane, and then you can get much more based on the satisfaction.
Yeah, and every single contract has, also silver plane rewards attached to it. So silver planes are really nice to get, and Kuba is right here in showing it. But you also get offers. So you get, you have daily offers, you have hourly offers for contracts as well.
Yes, right now.
And some,
sorry to disturb you, but I'm now showing. We have some special offers in Innsbruck. It's some holiday airlines coming to Innsbruck with special deliveries. This is today's event from Greek.
Yep. So it's really cool because you get to generate new local contracts every hour. I saw a regional contract right now is for every 24 hours. International contracts are 48 hours. So it really gives you a nice reason to come back and see your airport, especially if you feel like things are a little too slow or something. You just get another contract and you'll be able to do it. Or you can even go to map contracts and you can buy a contract. But those contracts you can generate and they're free or at a really, really good price.
Okay, guys, now I need to start preparation for landing. We are near Prague. If I switch the map, maybe I can show you on the map. If guys will switch it, I can show that we are reaching Prague from south. We will fly around Prague and we will land on runway 24 in Prague. Yeah, and this is very popular. Maybe this is very popular question. Why we are using only one runway in Prague? It's our base question, I can say. It's our main question from beginning. And if you look at Prague, you can see that the Prague has two runways, but they are crossing. And in Prague, you can use only one runway in same time. It's my popular response. I am responding like 100 times per week, but this is reason: crossing runways. If they are parallel, they can be used at the same time. Jeremy, are you online?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
I
I
know.
didn't.
Oh yeah, no problem. I know people are wondering in the chat, and I'm responding in the chat while you were explaining.
I see.
The Prague runways, but that's good information about Prague, right? A lot of people, I have a video on it too. It's like, can you open the second runway in Prague? But one of the other questions people are asking. So thank you for answering that. By the way, is that like most of the times they're not used at the same time, so it doesn't even make sense, right? But another question I saw here is people want to see, airports that have like two runways, like Washington, for example. Are there any plans to like allow different use of those runways that are currently being used? For example, Washington has just an arrival runway and a
Yes.
departure runway. Is there any plans to like change that, open up more runways, or make them, both multi-use, like in Leipzig?
Of course, it's one of our future plans is that we will follow reality, and the direction for landing will be based on the actual wind. This is something what we will do, and same the direction will be different. If you start on Monday and wind is coming from this direction, it will flight airplanes from this direction. But yes, but this need completely develop our system for pathfinding and for movements on airport, and this take very huge amount of time. It's our plan, but future one.
Yeah, I'd say that
Okay.
with every new airport there are going to be some changes to the pass system of airplanes, and when we make some change that could be used in some other airport, we will add it to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so that's good because I know like a lot of people have been asking about Washington Airport, for example, and I think I noticed a couple changes at Muscat myself, which I know a lot of you guys will see as well. So that's pretty exciting. Now, Marius is asking, will we get tutorials for all the new stuff, even as old players? Yeah, there is an in-game tutorial, and there is a way to even replay the tutorial if, let's say, for some reason you missed it or you need another refresher. There is definitely a tutorial.
But let's say it's very soft tutorial. It's like some kind of informational. this is what we plan for this update, but we are unable to do it. That we will make some tutorial airport, which will learn much more basics. But right now, it's just this one. It's just this one. Hope it's enough. Hope it's enough for this time. Or you guys, you can wait. You can wait. We can wait 1 year more, and we can add tutorial airport.
I don't think anybody wants that. That's funny though. But if you guys do have any questions, I do have live streams on YouTube and on Twitch. So if you guys pop into my live streams, I read the chats there. So that way, if you guys have any questions on how to play World of Airports, or if something just doesn't make sense to you, I invite you to join me, because that's where I'll be usually every Saturday at around 11 a.m. Eastern. I did take a break for a little bit because of in case you guys didn't know, I had a baby, so that's taken a lot of my time, but now things are starting to get back to a new normal, right? So that's pretty exciting. Now Michelle's asking here in the chat, why choose St. Martin? Why did you choose St. Martin as the next airport?
Because this is some kind of aviation, how to say,
it's a just
this is must. If you are talking about nice airports in the world, San Martin is top 5 for sure, and we like it because it's different. It's different. You need to have different approach for handling, for managing a runway, and it's very nice. And I think that everybody, when they start playing, they will understand why we choose it.
Yeah, it's definitely like an iconic airport is what I see a lot of people are saying. It's a very noticeable airport, and I'm really excited to see it. When I first saw your first preview, I was really hyped about it, and I can't wait to see the game, the views in the game. How are the different cameras? Do you have a bunch of different cameras in St. Martin? I haven't looked at it myself, so what can players expect when they first get into St. Martin Airport?
I think this is what San Martin really need, is that you have many cameras, many views, and we just add really special really special spotting camera. I think that I will not tell all details, but anybody when start San Martin, check spotting camera with some plane or any big plane take off, and look at this camera. I think that you will be amazed.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know I'll be doing a stream shortly after the update gets released. So check it out on YouTube if you want to join me and check out St. Martin. Oh, one thing which I'm surprised you didn't mention, Kuba, but I know St. Martin Airport is going to be free for all existing players.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, this is our decision that we will say. I will not say sorry, but I will just say, okay, excuse me, we take a little bit longer than we expect, but use as our this airport, but it's only for current players. This is important to say. New players which will download the game in next month, and they don't play the version 1, they will need to play from beginning. There is no chance, because this is only for current players, this possibility. If now you have time, you can download the game, start it, and if you didn't make it before, and start the game, because then you can get SXM for free.
It's our way to thank all the players for waiting so long for us to make this update happen.
And thank you guys. I know a lot of people were worried about it, right? Because the way it currently works is you have to unlock, you have to play at a previous airport and handle a certain amount of passengers, and then you get to unlock the next airport. So a lot of people were worried, like, how am I going to handle 1 million passengers at Leipzig, or are you even going to change it to cargo? So you made it real easy for everybody to be at ease by letting everybody get it for free. So that's really cool. And thank you guys.
Yeah, and second, that is important that now it's not connected with passengers. The opening airport is part of level system, and it depends on how many contracts or how many experience you get on this one airport. It means that if you are playing Leipzig, depend on how many contracts you achieve, and it's much more. Of course, it's much more easier now get next airport because it's not connected with passengers. It's connected with contracts. Of course, you can have many contracts with for cargos, and then you get very easily new achievement.
Yep, and a lot of people in the chat are excited about getting Saint Martin for free. They're happy that you took longer to get the game right. So I think you guys did the right thing. A lot of the people understand, and yeah, with the contract system, with leveling up, there are a couple things that you're gonna have to figure out. When it comes to getting contracts, different contracts give you different amount of experience, and the longer you have a contract, the more experience you're going to get. So it's going to be more and more important as you play the game to really understand contracts, which Kuba said before. It might take us a couple of months, but I'm sure, you can join the World of Airports Discord, and in that Discord, a lot of chat goes on. There's even a dedicated section where we talk about we have Excel spreadsheets like he was joking about before, where people kind of try to figure out what the best routes are and what the best way to level up are. So definitely check out the World of Airports Discord once the update comes out.
Okay, now new information is that we are approaching Prague. We are something like 20 miles from runway 24. We already descend to 4,000 feet, and now we will start, approaching procedures like flaps, gear, speed. Now I need to switch back to cockpit mode. I will ask Jeremy for support, talking support, and I will just maybe then switch. If it will be interesting, I can switch back to cockpit, and I can inform players what to do next.
Yes, sir. So I know a lot of people, probably people who have just joined, are asking, what's the next airport? So I'm going to let you guys know. Kuba did let us know exclusive here on this video, right? But that most likely the next airport is going to be an Indian airport. So we got something for us to look forward to. I know people want to see different airports, and some people don't want to see an Indian airport, but it is called World of Airports, and he said we're going to be working our way across the globe as they add more and more airports to World of Airports. If you guys have suggestions, look at the feedback site and submit your suggestions there. That's the best place for you to put in World of Airports feedback. Now, Valentino, yeah, what will be the next airport after St. Martin? Just answered that. When are they going on Xbox? Roy said. Well, I don't think their development kit supports Xbox, but I do know we did talk about PC earlier in the stream, and one of the things is the developers, they know that we want to play World of Airports on the PC, but the thing is that right now they're not able to. It's just the limitation that they have. So it's something that they're going to keep in mind. Now, 69 Night Ghost asked, or he said G. Williams asked, so I'm sorry. G. Williams asked if we can pause gameplay to look at contracts. The game is currently it's ongoing. So when you're in your menus, the same way World of Airports currently works, that's the way you're going to experience contracts in the game right now. So if you go into the contract menu, the game is running in the background. If you go into your fleet menu, the game is running in the background. So I would recommend, if you're going to go into your menus and stuff, make sure your planes that are being handled have a ramp agent on them, because that way you have nothing to worry about, and you can go into the menus and explore as much as you like. Let's see. Steven Travels wanted to make sure that your speed's under 200 miles an hour before you bring the landing gear down.
We did it. Don't worry. Now we starting, flaps 5.
Yeah, flaps 5.
Speed 5. I see that we have some graphic issues right now. It looks like cloud, but I think it's not cloud.
A lot of people are excited for the update, and they're really excited. I mean, we do know, it's a huge update. We got new features coming out. You got whole new systems in place. I'm looking forward to it myself. Just being able to play with all you guys as well. We're gonna have connections. We're gonna have contracts. We're gonna have all of that. So
Sorry, I am just talking to Indra. Gear down and auto brake 2.
No problem. Now, Gustav Garnling said, "I'm excited to see what we'll get in the Premium Pass. I like that they implemented it. Yeah, the Premium Pass is such a cool idea. I know I've mentioned it a few times before in my streams, my live streams, that it's a nice way for us to really support the developers, and they really have some really interesting rewards in that Premium Pass. I can tell you guys from the level up progress,
40.
If you have wallers that are rewarded to you, the Premium Pass will give you another set of wallers. So if you get 5,000 wallers, the Premium Pass will give you another 5,000. So that's a huge help. If you have three additional contract capacity awarded to you in that airport, the Premium Pass will also give you another 3. So that's really cool. I think it's a really good value, but we'll take a look once the update comes out, and we'll talk about it. But I'm excited about the Premium Pass as well.
And second reason for Premium Pass is that we will allow for players to get some really special stuff like Maria or Concorde, and they can get it as a of course one airplane, but they can have it on airplane or on airport. That's why we decided that we will make this Premium Pass and put some really special airplanes inside it. It's not unlocking the airplane. It's just you get this airplane to your fleet. It's like one-time purchase.
I can't wait to find out what that means, but it sounds very exciting. Now, people want to know, when can we play? The update's going to come out in a few days, so we'll find out when the update comes out. Afraz asks, "Hey, has the update been submitted to the App Store?" Yeah, we're waiting for approval. They're waiting for approval for the update. Steven Travels is a pilot in pilot school for United. Awesome, man. Pluto Express asks, "Can we change the music in the game?" I know there's no setting for that, but there is a setting for you to turn it on or off. So that's something that you can do and play your own YouTube or your own music, Spotify, whatever you use. You can play it in the background. With the optimizations that they made with the game, it really shouldn't. By running music in the background, really, it's not going to hurt your gaming experience. How much does it cost? Michelle asked. Well, the Premium Pass, it does vary per airport, so you could take a look when you get in there. But so far, like I mentioned before, I think it's a really good value, and I think it's most of the times it's definitely worth it. I haven't really studied it yet though, but I'll create a video once the update is out. When will it be available? Ultra asks, "Is there a way to get event contracts ourselves, or can only devs summon these?" I think it's only the devs for the special event contracts, right? There's no other way for like a player to bring in a contract.
Yes,
a special event contract.
Yeah, it's made by us. Yeah, it's made by us and prepare in advance. We can
Gotcha.
We can react on real life events like Olympic Games or something like that, and all these huge events will be influenced in the game.
All right. And 69 Night Ghost asks, "Do you only buy the Premium Pass once?" So we mentioned this earlier, but the premium the airport levels, essentially they won't be reset. So when the Premium Pass is also tied to your airport progress, your airport levels. So if you buy the Premium Pass, it's a one-time unlock. What might end up happening in the future is that they're going to add more levels in the future. That's a possibility, but as far as it being reset or anything like that does not seem to be in the cards. Alfra said, "Wanted to say a huge thank you to the entire dev team. You guys have seriously killed it with this game, constantly making better and actually engaged with the community." I agree. They didn't have to let us know what's going on with the update. We could have just been happy with World Airports 1, but they let us know. They kept us in the loop, and let's take a look at this landing here.
Okay. Off. Yes.
All right.
Easy peasy.
Easy. Now, another cool thing, guys, is the landing mini game. You get a landing mini game in World of Airports, but with the current way the landing mini game works is it's only with your own fleet planes, so that's pretty cool. But not only that, but it also kind of gives you benefits if you get 100% a nice smooth butter landing, like airport plane spotting was saying in the chat. So it's another cool thing. It helps you with the maintenance. Did they get 100% on the minigame? What do you say, Kuba? Did you get 100%?
I think it was soft but long, I can say. Better than Ryanair, but too long. I think that you
don't giving you ratings in the chat.
You don't know Ryanair because you are from United States, but it's very popular airline here for landing mainly.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe me, I know now. Valentino also expresses their thanks for making such a good game. Mike said no pressure on the landing, only 330 people watching. That's funny.
Better watching than
other
sitting.
People giving you
better than just watching than sitting behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Spirit Airlines in the US.
Yeah,
which
it's very popular too. Yeah, I know.
It's the Ryanair of the US. Yep.
Yes, and now you can see the airport Prague. Really nice one. It's our home airport. I have no idea.
Now, you guys made some graphical updates to Prague, right?
Completely,
it's new update.
Yeah, it's new. It's completely new. Prague is completely new, and it's in cooperation with Prague Airport. We decided together with them that we will make completely new model, and we update all taxi systems to follow reality because they rebuilt part of the airport. Yeah, and we feel some responsibility for our home airport that we will make it as real as possible.
That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't checked out.
For example, just sorry to disagree, but now if you look on the right side, there you can see the fuel station, which is in Microsoft Flight Simulator, but this fuel station is already removed from airport completely, and there is nothing. And you can in our game you can see it. Here is still the original one. It means that it's not so actual. As I said, we are much better than Microsoft Flight Simulator. Just you cannot fly with airplanes. It's one small disadvantage of our game.
And I know, like, you also updated like the jetways, right? For the jet bridges. Excuse me.
Jet bridges. Yes.
But I'm pretty excited to see that. That's something that I'm looking forward to because, with a lot of when handling an airplane, you can kind of look at the airplane and you can tell what stage it's at. So with the updated jet bridges at Prague, you'll be able to also see passengers walking in and out, which is really exciting. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, this is just small detail, but I think it's really nice because if you look in boarding, you can see the people are going through jet bridges inside the airplane. Indra, may I ask you for ground power just inside the application? Ground power on. Okay. Okay.
Now, guys, everybody, I'm really excited about World of Airports 2.0. I think it's a fantastic, improvement over the original version, and I'm also very excited to see, all the things that are to come. We talked a lot about a lot today on this stream, and I know. Thank you everybody in the chat for your questions. I really appreciate that. It's been awesome. So, yep.
Okay, guys, just maybe I have some new information from our development team. I get it right now on mobile phone that maybe if everything goes well, maybe I have very exciting news right now that maybe we can. Yeah, it's confirmed. It's confirmed on. Indra may confirm.
Yes.
Okay, Indra can confirm. I can confirm too that we are ready for release of version 2.0 on both platforms.
Yes.
Is it possible, Indra?
I hope so.
Okay, guys, maybe we have really good information right now.
We'll see after we click the buttons. if it works.
Okay. Then here we go. I can
Click the button. Click the button.
click the button. Okay. Okay. Let 3, 2.
1, go.
Hey guys. I hope that you are seeing us in cockpit. I think for you is this beginning. For us is now starting huge portion of work on bug fixing, which you will send us. We appreciate your feedback and we are looking forward for your playing, and you give us as much as possible positive vibes to continue work on this amazing game.
Yeah, I'm very excited, guys. Refresh your app store.
Yeah, and
Does
now start
anybody have the
just
update just yet?
start pushing App Store, please.
Updating now. People are getting it. Yep, update button is live. Great job, guys. Oh, and Sander asked what airport simulator is he playing. I know Kuba's playing on his the 737 simulator that they have. Yes, everybody's getting it. That's exciting.
Okay, I
guys.
think that guys, you need now free time to start downloading and start refreshing. Okay, guys, have a nice time. Thank you for watching. We will continue in this kind of communication with you, that we will fly much more often together. I hope together with Jeremy. Maybe sometime, Jeremy, you can join us in the cockpit. It will be cool that you can fly too.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, see you and waiting for your feedback.
Yeah. So we're going
All
off,
right.
fixing the bugs.
Yeah, we are going back to work. We are
Fix-
going back to work, waiting for first bugs, which will come immediately, I expect.
Yes.
Jeremy,
And
Jeremy,
thank you guys
very
for
much.
the stream.
Jeremy, thank you very much
And
for your
guys, check out
support.
Fat Airlines. If you need any more World of Airports information, I love sharing information, tutorials about the game. So if you have any questions, check us out there. And I'll also be on the World of Airports Discord, and we also have our own Discord for Fat Airlines as well. So thank you, Kuba. Thank you, Jindras, for having me. I really appreciate it. It was a great and awesome time to talk with you about the update, talk with you about the game, and to see your simulator in action. That was
Okay.
really cool. Thank you, guys.
Okay. See you. Bye, Jeremy.
See you.
Bye, community.
Goodbye. Goodbye all.
See you.
Bye.